Alright. Did you know that 234 million of our Iowa taxpayer dollars are going straight towards private schools? According to the journalists at the Iowa Starting Line, the Voucher Act, or the Students First Act, subsidizes a lot of our Iowa taxpayer dollars to subsidize private schools. This takes a lot of money away from our public schools. Now, like all of you guys, I go to a school that lost a lot of funding because of the Voucher Act, also known as House File 68, allocating funds to private schools. So, in this speech, I'll persuade all of you guys that the Voucher Act should be repealed. It's because it siphons away money from public schools, gives unnecessary money towards private schools, and could lead your tax dollars from being used for a lot of fraud. So first, let's talk about how the Voucher Act siphons money away from public schools. So we are all high school students here, and we rely on public money meant for public services like the school district. Repealing the Voucher Act would immediately increase funding for our school with money meant for our school district. Now, private schools purposely opt out of these funds, hence private. So essentially, we're being forced to fund an untransparent institution that doesn't have to give away any of their information. According to a Gazette article, the Iowa City Community School District had a 6.5% budget decrease from the 2024 to 2025 fiscal years, with an extra $2 million budget decrease expected for this year. If you multiply that by every single community school district in our state, that's a lot of money that's being lost for public school districts. Now, next let's talk about how this law gives unnecessary amounts of money for private schools. As stated earlier, private schools are private by choice. They really shouldn't get public money because they specifically opt out of these funds, get more freedom in how they deliver their education. Some may say that this Voucher Act is really good for students of low-income families because the low-income families get more choice on where to send their students for school. But according to the Forum, the Private School Report, the average yearly tuition for private schools in the state of Iowa is $9,500, and the Voucher Act gives a yearly allowance of $7,200 for students. If you do the math, that's still about $2,300 left yearly for families to pay in tuition fees. Low-income families simply just can't afford this because they have more pressing matters to attend to, like rent, food. And according to the Iowa Starting Line article from earlier, 2/3 of the students using this program already went to private school beforehand. So we're just really subsidizing tuition for people who can already pay for it. Next, this bill can lead to a lot of fraud. In an interview with Rob Sand, the state auditor of Iowa, he says we called it the biggest pro-corruption law in the state. This is because even the state auditor of Iowa, the head financier, cannot see where these funds are going after they've entered private school doors. Essentially, your money could be funding a fully paid off vacation for the principal of a private school. Your hard-earned money can be spent without strict budgeting requirements or public meetings. Your money that you work hard for can fund a rich man who can already pay for private school, rather than helping lower income families who need public schools like ours because it doesn't cost anything. Without the Voucher Act, you would know where your money is going and you could have a say in where the money is going because of public school board meetings, and you can vote on public school boards. Right now, you're funding something that you get essentially zero benefit and zero say in. This program is clearly a way just to give more money to private schools. As Senator Eric Giddens of Cedar Falls said, he said that tuition for local private schools in Cedar Falls increased almost immediately after the Voucher Act had passed. So, in conclusion, this Voucher Act must be repealed because it siphons away money from public schools, gives unnecessary funding for private schools, and can lead to a cesspool of fraud, waste, and abuse. This act is actively taking away money from our teachers, our extracurriculars, and our general school curriculum. Now, since all of us are seniors in this class, all of us will be able to vote in the upcoming midterm elections. I would like all of you to consider acts like this and support for acts like this into consideration when casting your ballot. Thank you.